welcome to my review of the movie Criminal. Directed by Ariel Vroman, written by Douglas Cook and David Weisberg. It stars Kevin Costner, Ryan Reynolds, Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones, Gal Gadot, and the always badass Scott Adkins. This movie is about a CIA agent who gets killed, not a spoiler because that's the premise, and he knows some information that nobody else knows, so they have to ditch his memories into the brains of a criminal that is played by Kevin Costner, who has an awesome name of Jericho Stewart, by the way. That is an awesome name. So basically, this premise is awesome. And do you know what kind of movie we got the last time so many people from superhero movies united? Spotlight. One of the best movies of 2015. And Criminal, my friends, is definitely not Spotlight. So you got this amazing premise that lends itself to great storytelling, and you got a fantastic cast. I mean, Commissioner Gordon, the general from Captain America the First Avenger, you got Deadpool, you got Wonder Woman, you got the guy who is always underrated in movies and doesn't get his due. He still doesn't get his due in this movie. But what Criminal does basically is pick up this great, amazing premise and shits all over it, my friends. This movie feels like it never really got going. You're watching this movie and you're waiting for something to happen. There is no big action scene. The character development is all over the place and is left on the ground in pieces for you to pick up, and there's not even the full set of pieces on the ground. Kevin Costner is a criminal and he has to deal with having Ryan Reynolds' memories and personality inside his brain eating at him while he does what he does in this movie. But instead of getting a clash of personalities and a real psychological drama to this man, no, you get this guy wandering around the movie being chased, and it's not even a thrilling chase, and you get him doing all this random stuff and taking as long as they want to do stuff. The CIA is not efficient in this movie, and there's even one scene where you actually feel something for this character because he meets Ryan Reynolds' wife, played by Gal Gadot, and in that moment you actually feel something. You feel like this is finally gonna get it, but you see that he changes his behavior completely with no reason and no setup whatsoever. There's no preparation for the way this guy changes throughout the movie. He suddenly changes because, well, we gotta change him somehow. We gotta have a character arc, which is basically a concept that nobody involved with the writing of this movie knows. Gary Oldman, he does a good performance, but you actually wish that this movie focused more on him dealing with letting an agent die than Kevin Costner, because Kevin Costner, you see that he's having a lot of fun with this role. Abso-freaking-lutely, 100% Kevin Costner is loving doing this role. And that is a good thing, for the most part. You can see sometimes when an actor injects fun into his character or her character. You can see when an actor dives into a character and fulfills him, making him real. But Kevin Costner did something wrong here, and that is that he put the fun in his performance as an actor. He had fun and sucked the fun out of the other actors and of the movie itself. This movie becomes a bore so quickly. You're only entertained when Kevin Costner is doing something that a normal person wouldn't do, and that you would feel weird if you saw someone doing that sort of stuff. My friends, one of the things I hate most in movies is when you waste talent and when you don't fulfill a great premise. I mean, this premise is amazing. I love this premise, and the trailers looked great. Look at the cast again. Go to the IMDb page and look at the freaking cast of this movie. And let me speak of Ryan Reynolds because I haven't spoken enough of him. This guy can do real drama. I mean, watch Buried. That is a great movie. He's in this movie for about 5 minutes, but in those 5 minutes you completely understand his character and understand how different he is from Kevin Costner's Jericho Stewart. But then again, the clash of personalities of Ryan Reynolds and Jericho Stewart is not in this movie at all. There is none. And again, the premise is amazing. The first half hour of this movie was really good. It was a setup. We needed to know how this stuff would ensue, and we did. But after that, nothing freaking happens. It's just scene after scene after scene, and most of it doesn't even freaking matter to the story. And speaking of Ryan Reynolds again, he's in an amazing premised movie that did not turn out well. Remember this movie from last year? You don't? You know why? I do, because nobody went to see it. Because this movie was flawed as hell, with an amazing premise that it does not at all work out in the end, because nobody knew what to do with this amazing premise as a story. Nobody knew where to focus. This movie doesn't have focus. Again, it's scene after scene after scene. You're not invested in any of it. I was really looking forward to this movie, guys, and I left completely disappointed. One of the worst movies of the year so far for me. Not the worst, but it gets the same rating as I gave the worst movie of the year so far. And this movie, Criminal, is worse than expired milk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and let me know what you thought of Criminal if you went to see it, and what are your favorite movies from this amazing cast. Also, tomorrow I'll have my The Boy and the Beast review, and on Monday, my Jungle Book spoilers review, and there is also 2 very special videos coming tomorrow and on Tuesday. Also, there's a link for my Facebook and my Instagram in the description below. Go there and give it a like, subscribe if you haven't for more movie reviews, and I'll see you in the next review. Cheers.